Water is super good. I'm a big fan of it personally. But there are a lot of kinds of waters. Some better, some good. You got your bottled spring water, you got your tap, or maybe even if you're fancy, a filter. So to get just right into it, keep this video short. I want to talk about some of the waters, compare and contrast. I want to start off really nice and simple, tap water. Tap water is probably the most complicated water. There is so much that can vary between them depending on where you are. Like, I've lived in a lot of houses growing up, and none of the tap water tasted the same. And even it changes over time, because how that goes. Water is tap water. You can't really just put one label on. Like growing up, every time I moved into a new home, I would test the tap water of every single sink. I I go to the kitchen, I go to the bathroom, I'd try each one, and I compare them. I get little glasses. I think about which one takes from one, takes from the other, all from the same house. Like in this one house I moved into, it was a new city, new everything. I needed to try the water here. I needed to see what I was working with and what I would be dealing with for at least a year. And I tried the bathroom, which I usually was pretty safe. Bathroom tap water where I grew up, a lot of time was the safer water. It was fine. I was tasting pennies. Water should not taste like pennies. Why did the bathroom sink taste like pennies? I That really threw me off. I was scared. I eventually got used to it. The kitchen tap water, that one was fine. That was good enough. It worked. It was tap water. I lived with it. Like literally, because it was in my home. That's what I had to deal with daily. That wasn't the only time I ever drank tap water. I have had tap water on more than just those two occasions. Like I've been constantly drinking the tap water in my current home. From when I grew up, I was basically raised here. I moved up for a little bit, but I'm back. When I grew up here, the water was, I would say, it felt like it was perfect. I would change nothing about it. It was exactly what I wanted from tap water. I could have drank gallons of that shit, and it was just what I needed it to be. It was perfect tap water. Nowadays, I'm a little concerned, and I wouldn't drink it for longer than a couple seconds, but it's manageable. And that's just what I mean by the amount of variables that go into tap water. You can't really rate it. It is just so chaotic. Like, have you ever had school bathroom tap water? Don't do this. Do not have school bathroom tap water, please. Worst mistake of my life. That I was scared to wash my hands after that. A couple of those were fine. There are tolerable school bathroom tap waters. You just gotta be very careful. You know, just also don't drink school bathroom tap water. That's like the worst idea. Along with that, my job, my current place of employment. Sometimes I get really desperate. It's a long day. I don't have my break for another hour. I need water. My bottle is empty. Maybe get a little bit from the tap. Fill my bottle a little bit. It's a horrible mistake, but it feels so good in the moment. It's so refreshing and perfect and pure. It is not. It tastes awful. I realized at the moment afterwards. But when I was just that thirsty and that needed of water, it feels like a requirement. It feels like a necessity in life. Like this is the perfect liquid that will cure all ailments. But it's not. It's work bathroom tap water. Although I do also like with the in my work's break room tap water, I can cook a lot of my meals with that. I've never actually drank that tap water though, but it makes some pretty edible instant ramen. So I mean, I can't really complain there. Um, as long as I don't like fuck it up somehow. the amount that you can really just give and take with how tap water is. Like, it's just, water should be nothing. Why is there something in you some of the time? The filters, like with tap water, like it really is just place dependent. And like you can't again, you can't give a rating to tap water. It's it's like giving a rating to a concept that you can't put into one group. It's just infinite layers of water. Tap water is like Burger King. You go to a Burger King location and you get yourself a Whopper and it tastes fucking awful. Don't go to that Burger King again. Everything on that Burger King's menu will taste like ass. But if you go to a Burger King, you get yourself a Whopper and it tastes I then keep ordering from that Burger King because everything else on that menu is gonna taste I. It's tap water. You keep drinking it, it's gonna be the same for in the short term at least. But if it tastes like ass, stop trying. Give up on that tap. And I mean also like sometimes with your water, you can have your own filter to it. That's it's not really tap water anymore at that point, but I mean like it's still tap water. You're just having your you got your own stuff to it. At the end of the day, if you get one of those like powders, you're still kind of drinking tap water. It's still fucked up, but now you're drinking flavored tap water. In this case, you're drinking less flavored tap water, which is great for some tap waters. You know, does it is tap water still tap water when you put flavor into it, or is it just a new drink? But I mean, so if you make that drink with different water, with like a bottled spring water, is hmm, because like I'm unsure if I would really call like if I put my water through a Brita, I wouldn't call it that. I would call it like filtered water. But like, is that much different than putting flavor into my tap water? I would say it, I can okay, it would be quite different. That's adding, that's removed. Once, okay, but would I still call the flavor packets tap water? It's not plain tap water anymore. It's I wouldn't say I'm drinking water, but like that and tap like with tap water is different. So I would say it's its own thing. I think it would be its own thing, just like in brackets in parentheses tap water. You know, like there's multiple recipes to get to the same item, and sometimes they're a little different depending on what ingredients you use, but they're still roughly the same. Flavor things are sometimes pretty good. Fucking way overpriced though. Golly, $4, $5 for a little thing I can squirt in there a dozen times. Golly, I like filling that shit up. I'm like, what happened? You can't find. I can't find. I don't know. This might be a Canada thing. You might y'all got it in the U.S. Where the fuck happened to my Kool Aid pouches? Like the little fucking not the actual jammers, but like the powder to mix in with sugar. They're gone. I haven't seen them in like years. It's annoying. I just want to make my Kool Aid how I want. It's fucked up. And I want to see the world a better place and bring back Kool-Aid powder. Although I feel like kids would snort that because I remember kids snorting that in elementary school. Kids snorted a lot of shit in my elementary school. We had shit like one kid snorted goldfish crackers. They broke that up, got a ruler out to line it up. Uh, a lot of kids actually did snort pixie sticks. It was fucked up. Schools, the number of people to mix milk with other liquids and drink it was wild. Someone's recorded it too and posted it on YouTube back then. Wow. Do not drink. I don't. What was it? Milk and grape juice was one of them. I remember that being something someone did. Or the people that on like on pizza day at school. Remember people that dip their pizzas into weird liquids. Oh, or that one time there was this one kid in elementary school. There's one group of kids. They would just put fucking everything they weren't feeling like eating that day, I guess, into one big water bottle and just shook it around and dared anyone like that gave them would give them $5 if they drank it. They offered it to me so many times, and I was a little tempted. $5 is a lot of money back then. You know, for me, I was in like seventh grade. Most money I ever carried at one time was the the $10 my mom gave me to run to the grocery store real quick. But elementary kids are just fucked up, weird little experimenters, and it's scary. Like me, I was with the little chubby drinks, the little tiny bottles. I was in the bathroom. I was putting like fucking milk, tap water, making my little potions with them. I'd always fair enough. These were good. I would mix two of this like two different flavors together into one bottle. Like me and my sister would get one each, and we'd like split it in half and mix them together to make one new drink. Those shits were fire. But don't put milk into your whatever chubbies were. What were chubbies? Were they like carbonated? Were they like sodas? Or were they just like juice? Oh shit, they're 89 cents nowadays. Are they not fucking? Are they just like juice? What are chubbies? What is the drink? It's a okay. They are carbonated. Okay, so you don't fucking mix your carbonated drinks with milk. I think one time I mixed it with soap. I don't know. I had a death wish that day. I was very curious. Or like I'd mix them. I'd mix them with tap water. Oh, fucking tap water. There's a lot about tap water. Like there's just so you can't really just say you like the taste of tap water. You have to say you like the taste of a tap water, like a very specific tap. Sometimes you can say like a house's tap water, but like most of the time, it really is just that one tap that has the good shit. Oh, remember this one house I lived in few years back now, and man, if I was thirsty, my head would be just like underneath that sink, mouth open, ready to just let the water down. I I loved that water. That was good water, and I wouldn't trade it for anything at the time. It was just like it was fulfilling. I felt like a part of my soul was being completed in that moment. It was beautiful. There's some like God. Watermelon probably one of my most drank drinks. I drink it more than anything. A lot of when I was younger, a lot though, I drink almost exclusively milk. But in the past, like I want to say 4 years, I've switched over to water Well, I mostly did it though because I didn't like getting just constantly grabbing glasses of milk that felt wrong. So I just got a big water bottle and filled it up every like little bit. Cause I like when I glass of milk I can just chug down in a couple seconds, and I need another one later on. Cause I get very dehydrated very quickly. So like I'm thirsty. I gotta go. I gotta slurp. I gotta drink. I can't be going back and forth to the kitchen all the time. Get refill my glass of milk. It's just uh milk is good. I love milk. I still love milk. Although I don't really. I think I've definitely lost my taste for it after switching to water. Like I don't like it as much as I used to. Although, like maybe sometimes I give myself a little bit as a treat. Maybe some chocolate milk if I'm feeling really fancy. Although I'm like chocolate milk, I'm not crazy for it. It makes my upsets my stomach a little bit sometimes, and it just doesn't feel right. Strawberry milk, that is just always way too sweet for me. I can never handle sweetness that much. It's usually too much. I'm someone like I'm sweet is very much like not a subject for me. I like the most chocolate I can handle is dark. And that's like the dark, like full 100% dark shit, which is fucking fire. I love it. It's just delicious. Like so, like the strawberry milk is just I mean, like with chocolate. I like dark chocolate. People like really do call it bitter too much. Like it's good, man. I don't get what's the problem with it. It's like it's a little okay. It is a little bitter, but it's not sweet. It's just nice. I could even call it savory. It's when it melts and it just you feel your tongue coated with the right amount of sweet that you're not uncomfortable, but it's good. You're not gonna like feel a cavity over it most of the time. Oh, I love like dark chocolate when it like you get a raisins. That shit's good. Raisins in dark chocolate is to die for, or like fucking almonds too. Oh, that's mwah. Don't forget like dark chocolate wizards. My mom used to get me this one chocolate bar all the time of like coconut and dark chocolate, and that I would destroy one of those. They were so good. They filled my soul with happiness and joy and whimsy. It was a time to remember. I need to get more of that dark chocolate. There's just I don't treat myself enough these days. I need to, you know, give myself a break. I deserve a piece of chocolate every once in a while. I deserve to treat myself. I don't need to be so hard on myself all the time. I can just enjoy a delicious chocolate bar. That doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be an enjoyable moment for myself. It can be expensive in value for me. The value of the memories I'm having with this chocolate bar. Just fuck, man. This chocolate bar has meant a lot to me. Just there, I would just chill. I would just watch someone play a game, snack on it, and crack open a couple chunks every once in a while, every couple hours maybe. Take a little bite, the crunch of every single bite in those chocolate bars. They were always so satisfying. God damn. I love that dark chocolate bar. Fuck. You can just there's like why? Why don't I? Go hold on. Different chocolate. It's not even a chocolate bar. I just remember about this thing found in my refrigerator. I think it was like it's called a Charleston Chew. This fucking shit slap, man. They are the oh. It's again. It's not really a chocolate bar. What the fuck? Is this shit like somewhat melted? What the fuck happened? Um, it's like almost like a marshmallow dipped in chocolate. What's it? I had these. This is a chocolate inside. Dude, like there's a strawberry one too. I've just had this in the fridge for like way too long now. I also shouldn't be eating this shit. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Shit, this is Charleston Chew. This shit is chewy. Surprisingly hard though from being in the fridge. I got class. Well, shit. It's like 4. I got class in like 6 hours. Oh well, you know. I'm out here. We balling. We got Charleston Chew. We got water. I enjoy water. Water's like very good, but like I drink a lot of it. I drink a lot of tap water, but you can only really do so much with just tap water. But like, it's wild. Like all of my meals that I eat that like are usually just I'm required to use tap water. People dog on it. People like shit talk tap water sometimes. It's depending on where you live, but like I just do everything with it. I live from tap water. It's sustained me in more than just liquids. It's in everything. Tap water is everything. I think I need to start a religion. It it's a unique experience. Tap water just is. I've heard tales of tap water in other places, especially the U.S. Apparently, y'all shit can be like actually toxic and like not humanly digestible. Oh, fucking minute. Like 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 not for human consumption. Why the fuck your water that come out your sink? What you gotta fuck with that shit first? That should. You gotta, what the? I don't have audacity almost just recording so. Okay, what the fuck? Never mind, that's over. Okay, so your water just so it ain't water anymore. You got like that radioactive waste coming out your sink, and you guys think that's normal? Uh, Y'all need better governments if that's the case. And I mean, I'm sorry to those, but like, the fuck you doing in America with like in the United States of America? I've heard like, huh? Everyone got the technology to make your water better? You go here with this with the advanced, I don't like fucking I don't know neurosurgery, but like you can't get all the toxins at your water. How bad is the sources you're getting the waters from? There has to be some like is there do y'all just like the people that run the water just not care? Or has been being fed lies? Or am I just using outdated? I'm using outdated sources. I am so. It's not even sources. It's just shit that I've heard. I'm just telling tales. This is just me spitting shit out. It's just important. It's scary. It's scary. How do people live with that? I just feel bad. Water's so yummy. Water's so important to human life. More people need good water. Not even just in the U.S. in general. Everyone deserves at least decent tap water. Not that penny shit. Please and thank you. No more pennies. Um, keep copper out of my water taste. I just think like when and so like have you when you and I, I need more water. You ever heard of this game called Mary Skelter too? I think I should pronounce it Skelter. I don't know. I I saw on my feed uh dungeon crawler, which is one of my favorite game genres, and Yuri. I saw dungeon crawler lesbians, and I bought that shit so fast. Like I didn't even look at the wiki. I was looking at the wiki while the game was downloading, like a kid looking at the game manual on their way home from the game store from GameStop. This is like I only get on Switch. Apparently that's like the worst way to get it. But I mean, like I still gotta play it more. I've barely touched the game. I've been enjoying it though. I like a lot of characters. My favorite character, I forget her name. I haven't met her yet in the game, but I mean, she seems really cool. What was I've not been looking at the game much. It's been a minute. I just really like the characters and the shit. Heyman. That's. I think she's very cool. She looks very sick. Um, I mean Gretel's also really cool look wise, and I mean the vibes coming from fucking good old Red Riding Hood. Well, the temptation to cosplay Alice has always been in the back of my mind. Rapunzel's also very cute, but I mean, God, golly. I just need to. I just need to beat them. I need to beat a lot of dungeon crawlers, like like classics, or like more recently. Like I used to be obsessed. I never actually beat the games. Etrian Odyssey. They're so much fun. I like the concepts a lot. Drawing my own shit, creating all my own characters. It's fun, but I am lazy and I don't beat video games. Um, what was that other game? Uh, Dungeon. Let me go. Dungeon crawler with lamp. Was there about NS? Let me see. The bundle. Uh, Labyrinth of Galeria. Yes, I need to play this game. I own it. I have not been playing it. I own all my dungeon crawlers on Switch. I feel like that's the most comfortable place for me to play a dungeon crawler. But what? It says I cannot view this content. I'm putting my age. This is my correct birthday. This is view page, please. Okay, thank you. Other games from this. What other dungeon crawlers do I have to play? Oh my god, this. What the fuck? Why is there so much DLC for this game? What is Operation Abyss? Eh, I might have to play it. It's a dungeon crawler, which means I have to try it. I love dungeon crawlers. Um. Oh, someone said not recommend unless you're grinding. I think I gotta get this. Golly, I love grinding in my video games. I love just mindlessly attacking. Um, there's some games I really have to play. Like the Trails of Cold Steel games I've been working on, and then of course the other games in that entire franchise. I've been on and off playing the first Cold Steel game for a couple of years now. I want to get every single new game. I want to have a very complete 100% save file of everything in one save with every single new game plus option and then move on to two, which sounds fucking stupid because I mean, I have to beat the game like 4 times. That's my plan. I'm on my third playthrough right now. But I think it's worth it for me personally because I just it's that mental thing of I've finished. There is nothing left for me to do. I have done. I've experienced it all, and I'm excited to experience the other games in the series, all of them, including the ones that are coming out as I'm trying to do this struggle. Although I really do want to see more of the story because Trust Steel 1 did leave off on a cliffhanger. I just need to commit to playing the game more. And, well, I need to get to playing a lot of games. 'Cause, I mean, I play fighting games, I compete, I go to tournaments, but I really have to sit down and fucking learn my shit. Learn Bridget Guilty Gear. Learn Charlotta Grand Blue. Maybe, when she comes out, learn Vakala Grand Blue. I'm never. Maybe I'm going to learn a little bit of Ramlethal, Guilty Gear. I'm doing that a little bit. That might be fun. But I'm also, I'm a student right now. I got finals coming up in a couple weeks. I got an assignment due literally this Friday. Uh, that I could be working on right now, but I choose not to. I choose to do silly shit like rate tap water and other waters, all of the waters. I'm gonna rate all of the waters. I'm gonna try and keep this video short, but like water, my water got bubbles in it and shit. Is this no? This is regular water. I just kind of shook the bottle weird. I was confused if I made to put carbonated water in my. I don't even own carbonated water. Okay, someone go. I just water. You know, my bad. I got distracted. Started watching YouTube shorts. Anyways, Oh my god, that fucking pizza looked weird. Anyways, so like, I talking about water. I'm talking about water, aren't I? Uh, tap water. When I came back from Evo, I'm not sure if it's my filter or something like that, but like I came back and the water started just tasting strange. I don't know what the fuck water y'all put me on. Like that water from like I know it wasn't tap water, that like that spring water and other shit I tried when I was in Vegas. Everything tastes. It wasn't like perfect water, but now comparing it to my home feels it feels everything feels different now. I feel like I've been given like a water curse. Let's identify the waters. Each sea and each lake, each ocean and its floor. For I alone will tell the taste of its strength. There's just it's water. I love water. Well, I just it makes me happy, you know? Water water gives me joy. More y'all people out here gotta be drinking more water. It's good for you. It does good for you. It is just like it's water, you know? It's the base of, you know, your human life. It's it works. It's it's just right. It's correct. It is it is water. I like water. I'm making a whole video based on water. You know, this video is gonna be, you know, this really quick short video on just how much I love the different kinds of water. And I mean, this segment on tap water might be going a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it really just shows how much passion I have for tap water. It matters a lot to me. It's gum. It's been with me through the harshest of times. When I really just needed a drink, I need to be hydrated. I need to be ready for anything. Tap water was there by my side. I beat Sonic Generations with my head underneath a bathroom tap. What playing Minecraft with friends. Go fill up my water at the sink in the kitchen. Those are the real memories that I just will never forget. Because water, tap water, no matter how much it varies so much, it still holds the same place in my heart as where I call home. It is in my home. It is my home. It matters to me. And it does so much for me. I can come home after a long day and know that tap water is waiting for me. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but it never changes. It will always be there for me. And that's why I still will always love tap water. Watercolors, like the painting. I think you can make some really cool stuff out of it, but it just never felt comfortable to work with myself. I like paints. maybe I don't. I need to try more different types, but like water painting specifically, watercolor. It just never meshed well with me. It felt wrong to do. Never get it right. It was scary, and I didn't like how the colors never worked how I wanted them to. I always will prefer my markers and pencil crayons, and for fun, I like I like the crayons every once in a while. They taste good. Purple ones are all right, but there's art in water and the effects you can do with water. Holy shit! What the fuck? My shit just crashed. Oh my god! I'm surprised that all saved. My recording software just it fully just crashed. Welcome back, gang. We're returning from a interesting time of Audacity crashing. I guess the software is just kind of funky, but oh well. It does its job for most time. This is the first time it's ever crashed, so that was unexpected. Again, though, I'm really glad everything's saved because I was in the middle of recording. Um, but like the art of water, as it moves through the river and breaks down the surrounding earth. I could call that art. Art art by the artist Mother Nature. As the fish move through each wave in the sea, how they work together and how they work separately, how they work within their world is magical. And I would still call art. I'm not a big fan of fish. Fish is just like I don't like seafood. I've never really liked seafood. Like growing up, I was scared. I always wanted to try new foods. I had sushi, one that my like dad's girlfriend at the time made, I think, or something like that. I just didn't like it, and I thought maybe it's just this one time. But every time after that, like I had sushi. Sushi my least favorite food. Every single time I try it, and it's like this is not. I just do not enjoy. This is opposite of enjoyment. I'm actively disliking this moment I'm having. Same with other seafood. Like I had crab and lobster. They're just they just were not they were not enjoyable times. Like we'd have fish on the table, and I try and think about it, but then it's just like ugh, gross. Sometimes I could eat fish in my dish was when I couldn't taste the fish. It was a texture thing. It was just the texture. Like I feel the fish. Oh, it was great. Usually the textures were fine on those dishes, but it's the taste itself that I just couldn't help but not like on any of them. It's they were experiences. There's a lot of there's not really that many foods I don't like. I like basically every food except seafood. Like when I was younger, I used to really not like cucumbers because of the outside. There's a really big I had a really big texture issue with bananas that I could not help. But then I realized there's more to bananas. It couldn't scare me as much. Um, I just tried my best to power through. You know, and then eventually I just started liking them a lot. I think a lot like cucumbers. I don't like a lot, but I sit down with some chilling with some dip. Or even on its own. Although when I was younger, carrots I could only eat either cooked or with a dip. On their own, I just couldn't stand them. Nowadays, I get why. They felt like too much nothing to them and too much chewing for me to just want to do it. But I mean, I could definitely do them now. I'm a big kid. I'm all grown. God, this is gonna be horrible to put through my editing software. Do I really keep going 15 more minutes for the bit? That would be a really funny bit. I'm doing like all of this shit for a bit, by the way. This entirety was because I was not given a subtitle color on a Link's Rufus video. And he said I had to become a content creator to get my own subtitle. That is the entire reason I'm making this video. So I can get a subtitle color. Hopefully. If I don't get a subtitle color for this shit, it is 4:28 a.m. I might cry. I have class in like 5 hours. I should be asleep. I'm gonna boot out my editor, so I'm gonna render this video right after this so I can sleep while it renders. Hope it renders in time. Hope it will render at all. This is on my laptop. Shitty ass HP laptop. This is all for the sake of water. I love water. I'm tempted to cut that out. Keep this really just about water. But that's because that's what this is all about. This is all that matters right now is water and the history we have for Bluetooth water. You know, water that can come from anywhere, from wireless water. I'm researching this and thinking like water means to me a lot, but like I think I've come out of this really learning to appreciate that water is just so much. Water is the foundation to not just human life, but human understanding and willpower. Without this, I feel like we wouldn't be successful. We all rot without fun, yummy, normal water. I'm scared that like I said some weird ass shit in this entire thing. Cause I'm way out of it. I'm scared that I actually said something like fucked up in this video. I'm gonna post this shit by accident, like without realizing, and then I'm gonna like, damn, she said, I don't know, I don't know what I could have said. I hope I didn't say anything offensive in my water video. I know water's a very heated topic. Unless that's something unrelated to water, but like one thing. Do you think Jesus could turn wine into water? Like he turned water into wine. How perfect would Jesus's water be? Is he like the perfect filter? Will it be like the most nothing tasting water and just the most refreshing beverage? I would like a glass of Jesus water. Like water just filtered straight through Jesus. Nothing but Jesus. At one of different temperatures. I've gone through this entire thing. I have not mentioned tap water at different temperatures. People like hype up cold water, which I prefer. I'll be honest, I am a cold water. I am on the team cold water. I like my shit ice cold, freezing. I touch my bottle and I am shivering. But like I can respect room temp. Warm water, you do you. Hot water, are you cooking? What are you making a meal in that bottle? Um, but like warm water, fine. Like it happens. It's a healthier option, I think. I've heard. Um, so it makes sense why people do it. With tap water, I feel like I could only have it cold because it just masks so much of the fucked up things that are in tap water. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not perfect here either. But like it definitely helps it. It helps. I can just have my water. I can enjoy it. Cool. It helps it be refreshing, especially in the summer heat. Because goddamn, when I was in Vegas, that shit was like what 50 bajillion Celsius. Golly, how do you Americans live with that shit? I was dying out there. I was wearing a hoodie, but that's unrelated. Um, I was just having a grand old time, and I was just drinking my water. I had to fill up a lot though. Knowing though that there wasn't any water stations inside the venue, but I mean, like, I guess they just want us to dehydrate. It's fine. What else about water? What else with tap water? It makes sense that like we have, for us, for me, we have water very accessible. Like it's a big privilege, and I'm glad. I'm glad that I can just easily go to my sink and have tap water. Like again, part of me has been shitting on tap water. Part of me has been praising tap water this segment, but it's it's convenient and it's amazing that I can just do that. I'm glad I can have tap water. I don't know if I deserve it, but I feel like everyone deserves it, though. It's it's something that should be shared and appreciated. Modern day science is beautiful. I'm glad. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I get to share my appreciation for water in this video. It's just good memories with everything I can think of. And it's what is this button? Why the fuck does my interface have that button? I'm not clicking any of these buttons. I don't want to accidentally click on the boss button that just plays Snoop Dogg. But what are rappers' favorite waters? Do rappers be regularly drinking tap water? Are they on that bottled water? Are they on that like what kind of bottle? There's a lot of bottled waters. A lot of them are pretty similar sometimes. But I mean, there's also that stuff, you know, made by the different soda companies too that terrify me. That shit's scary. What the fuck you mean your water's made by people who make the soda that burns rust? But you do you, I guess. I just want to drink my yummy drink that has no taste. And I mean, tap water does it really well, I think. It's convenient, it's cheap, it's it does everything it needs to be for what it is, and it helped me go through what I've needed to go through. I'm like, I had a long stressful day. I'm like, fuck, what's going on with me today? I'm feeling way off, and I know tap water got my back. I go, I get my tap water, I take a drink of water, I feel better. I mean, like, what am I gonna do? Go to the store, get a bottle? I'm like, no, that's way too fucking much work. I don't feel like doing that. I want my water. I think we as a society need to unite over water. Like, everyone agree. It's like, I barely meet anyone who dislikes water. Because there ain't much to dislike. If you dislike water, I'm confused by you. It's bewildering, but it's water. And I'm glad we're here today. I'm glad that you've been here this entire time. Through all of this, my love for water has, I hope, truly reached your heart. I'm scared that this time will end eventually. Because tap water, the subject of tap water only goes on so long. I don't think I have as much attachment to the other waters. So this video might end up actually being really short. Because at the end of the day, I've mostly drank tap water my entire life. I haven't drank many of the others. So I feel like there is a little bit of a bias in this. Because I said before, like, you can't really give it a ranking because there's so much. But then my emotional attachment I've had growing up and through this journey of today, I can't really say anything bad truly about tap water as a whole. And it's if for whatever reason I can't get it for a decent amount of time, coming back home, it's like a long lost friend. And I'm glad every time we reunite. And it means so much to me. Every memory with it counts a lot. I'm really thinking how much this shit is just gonna be. Like, this shit's already like at 1.5 gigs as audio. As just as audio. How much is gonna be when I have to render this? Oh my god. This could be hell. But I think it's worth it. This will be worth it. For the bit, for the subtitle color, for this understanding that I have that I'll probably forget in the morning. There's a chance I might just also sleep in and miss my class, which will suck. I hope that's not what's gonna happen. I think it is almost 5 a.m. and I have class at 10. But this I hope I can actually happen on the mic. Yeah, you can hear that on the mic. I hope. Yeah. It's just. Mwah. I'll never forget you in this time that we've had. Fuck, I really am getting tired. I'm thinking about the snorting Kool-Aid shit again. How long ago was that now? I don't know anymore. It's 5 a.m. now. Officially. This was a beautiful process. And I'm tempted to finish this right when I'm done this and get it out as soon as possible, but I really shouldn't. I really should sleep. But I feel like it really will be worth it all. Best night of my life? Question mark? Let me get back to the main subject. Tap water. Let's get a conclusion of tap water before we move on to the next subject. Tap water is inconsistent, variable, and very much location based, where it can change from the best thing you've ever drank to the worst in no time at all. In time, like, give it a couple of years, and that delicious tap water might be gross. That gross tap water might be the best. You can't know anymore. It's tough, it's difficult, it's hard. But I really think, at the end of the day, my memories with it, my nostalgia, it matters a lot. And for me personally, my hopes and dreams with this product, I have to say it's good. It is good. It does what it needs to. And then we gotta move on to our next water.